Hey y'all, Christy here from Elevate Your ABA Supervision. If you're anything like me, December has felt like trying to juggle 10 things with one hand. This year's winding down, everyone is tired, and supervision, sometimes it just feels like another thing to check off the list. But I've been using this season to slow myself down just enough to think about what actually matters going into the new year. So in today's video, I want to share 3 skills that I'm focusing on in my supervision moving into 2026. These are the things that I think we need more of in our field to move out of reactive, task-driven supervision and into something more intentional. And yes, more sustainable. So let's walk through them. First up is situational awareness. This goes way beyond data collection or tracking behaviors. It's about helping RBTs to zoom out and see the whole picture, like what's going on in the environment. Is our learner showing early signs of dysregulation? What's the tone in the room? Are transitions about to throw things off? Situational awareness is about anticipating, not just reacting. When RBTs develop this skill, they can start to manage sessions more smoothly, not because they're perfect, but because they're responsive, they're attuned. To build this, I've used quick post-session reflections like, did anything catch you off guard? Or was there a shift you noticed in the client's energy? Even short conversations around this builds their internal compass over time. Simply to say it gets developed over time isn't enough. It doesn't do justice for this skill and how important it is, because as we know about behavior, it takes shaping, it takes learning, it takes reinforcing. All right, our second skill is clinical judgment. This one I feel like is so critical and often misunderstood. We want our RBTs to follow our behavior plans with fidelity, but then we're frustrated when they don't adapt in the moment. Clinical judgment is about thoughtful flexibility. It's about helping them to know how to think, not just what to think. So I'll ask questions like, what options did you consider before you chose that? Or what might have gone differently if you'd waited 5 more seconds? I want to normalize decision-making errors also, because let's face it, we all make them. The goal, it's not perfection. The goal is awareness and growth. So over time, this builds confidence because they know how to reason through a moment instead of freezing in it. Finally, ownership. This shows up in a lot of small ways. When an RBT says, here's what I did and why, instead of, I wasn't sure, so I waited. Ownership doesn't come from throwing them into the deep end. It comes from being trusted to try, to reflect, and to grow. I'll often say, that was a great decision. What made you go that route? Or, what felt challenging about that moment? And how did you work through it? The point is to support their autonomy without abandoning them. Ownership grows when RBTs feel seen, respected, and encouraged to take up space. In this week's The Elevate Connection email, I shared a quick 3 skills checklist that you can use to reflect on how often you're coaching these and where you might need to lean in a little bit more. If you're on the list, it's in your inbox. If not, you know what to do. Supervision doesn't need to be a performance review. It can be human. It can be growth oriented. It can be yours. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Remember, supervise smarter, not harder.